Hey there, boys and girls, what is up? Retro Old School here. Of course, my real name is Elton, like Elton John, and I do love to sing like he does, but I'm poor. But I'm rich in other things. Whoa, look at that nice Chev there. GMC just pulled in there. Whoa, I like that. Right on, right here on the Rue Notre Dame. Yes, yes. In the Little Burgundy sector of the city. I think it's Little Burgundy. I don't know, sometimes I confuse it with Griffintown. Maybe it is Griffintown. Anyway, it's September 25th, 2019. I don't think I've ever been on this corner at this time of the day. It's almost noon. I can't believe how busy it is. It's busy like a bee. A little bit of rain forecasted today. Sky's unstable. There's that nice clean GMC there. Got a V6. That one's for you, Mr. Corvair Wild there. Anyway, so I've done a bit of a video on the street before, but not a proper video in the sense that, you know, like to actually film the whole street. So this is the start of it. We're going to walk south, and in a moment we're going to walk over a beautiful little bridge, vintage bridge there, and head over the Lachine Canal into the Pointe St. Charles district, Pointe St. Charles Borough. Or as the French jokingly call it, Pointe Chien Sale. Gotta thank Simon for that one. It's pretty damn funny. So also I got an ulterior motive to go down there because a friend of mine a few weeks back or so, he snapped a picture of a Chrysler 300 ragtop. I want to see if I went down there a couple of times to find it. Found a couple of vintage Cadillacs, which were also black. I'm thinking they're all owned by the same guy, but I didn't see the Chrysler. But my friend, he told me he saw it recently. So I gotta go see if I can find that big bastard. Moving day, moving time. Speaking of Chryslers, there's this Intrepid, that I see once in a while. Again, not exactly the finest hours for Chrysler quality, but I'd always thought, I think frankly, it was probably, in my opinion, the best looking sedan, four-door sedan of that time. Of course, this one's going to end up in the wrecking yard. It's already rough around the edges there. I see that front end there. Oof. So I was happy to say that I sold a few days ago all my Subaru ads. All the Subaru I had from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I sold 29 of them for 40 bucks. You know, I mean, that's a fucking deal and a half, man. I'll tell you right now. It was like what? Not even $2 each. Oh yeah. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, yeah, Elton, you could have sold those for more. Yeah, well, first of all, I need the dough. I need to sell stuff, you know. And oh, look at this. There's an old Lincoln Continental here from the 90s, I think. And secondly, a lot of that stuff was from, like, you know, the 90s, 2000s. They really weren't worth much, frankly. Oh no, it's a tank. Oh no, it's a Marquis. Oh, I love the Mercury Marquis. Canadian cars, got the block heater cord there. I think I've seen this one before. Yeah, it's amazing, eh? There are places in the US where you'll see fucking tons of those. Not around here though. Not where the price of gas is what it is here, and not only that, also with the fact that you know, this is Montreal. It's always been a city more into European cars, Japanese cars. You know, of course, the more you would go back, you know, like let's say, I don't know, 80s and under, the more there was still probably a half ratio of the cars on the road that were American, though. So you can see, like, this area used to have a lot of old industrial buildings, as you can see here. These were typical designs, 100 years old around, give or take. And I like those Tacoma crew cabs. But a lot of them have really been converted into condos. So it's quite a change the city has had over the last 15 years, give or take, you know. In the adjacent borough, which is St. Henry, which is down west that way. Whoops, better stop here a second. There's a building like this called which is the Old Dominion Textile Building. And now it's called Chateau Saint-Ambroise because it sits on Saint-Ambroise Street. And I think about the time that place opened, me and some guy from a temporary work agency, we laid all that fucking grass out in the back of that place. in a thunderstorm, no less. The whole fucking day was pouring rain. It's terrible. But you know what? It was worth it when the owners, who by the way were French, okay, French from France, and the French are known to be like cheap, you know, like seriously. I'm not saying that to be prejudiced. It's just a fact, pretty much. And you know, just like a lot of different. I mean, hell, I'm cheap, whatever. So fuck, you know, whatever. So you have to be cheap. This is Canada. You know, life is expensive today. Anyway, he gave me, one of the owners of the buildings gave me and somebody else. Jeez, this is fucking dangerous. Christ almighty. Gave me and the other guy who laid down that grass, that building, a $50 tip, $50 bill tip each. You know, this track is still used. Yeah, I had the pleasure last winter of filming a couple of CN locomotives picking up a load there. There's the Lachine Canal there, Canal Lachine. This old bridge there, I don't know the name of it, I'm sorry to say. Looking west now. As a matter of fact, down that way, if you see that smokestack, that's with that building. That's the old Dominion textile building I was talking about. That's now the Chateau Saint-Ambroise, which is a mix of commercial businesses and as well as yeah, I'm trying to keep my mind on the camera, but I'm walking on this bridge. It's a little nerve-wracking. You got this narrow metal let's call it a sidewalk. Everything else is metal. It's like the Victoria Bridge. So I just lost my train of thought, actually. Yeah, I fucking totally lost my train of thought now. Yeah, well, whatever. Probably wasn't important. I talked too much anyway. Boy, that eerie, spooky cloud, eh? Eerie. Yeah, a lot of industry still around here. A lot of trucking on this part of the street coming up here, which is St. Patrick. Oh God, being a pothead, I forgot the goddamn name of the restaurant that used to be here that I was glad I went to eat here. I think not even a year before my uncle, he died. My uncle Brian, he took me here one day. Jesus, what the fuck is it called again? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck is that name of that place? Not Moisha's. Jesus Christ, I'd been there since like 1928, I think. I forgot the name already. Damn it. They had such a great hamburger steak. Oh my God, with the gravy, it was fantastic. You know the expression, gone but not forgotten? I already forgot it. They're gonna make a fucking condo here. Everything that knocks down becomes condominiums. It's just great. I'm gonna stop recording here for a second, try to remember what the hell that place is called. Okay, I know I'm gonna be kicking myself when I look later to find out what it's called. You know what, as a matter of fact, maybe I have data, maybe I could figure out what the hell this place is called before. Oh, I'm fucking embarrassed. I feel like a moron. Me who, like, you know, loves history and all this. Jesus Christ. Oh man, what the fuck is that place called? I have to say I'm embarrassed. I really am. You know? Look at this, even this fucking garage has got redone here. That's pretty weird. Look at that. That's the kind of business you rarely see get redone in a garage. That's impressive, I have to say. It must be a sign of the times of this whole fucking neighborhood getting rejuvenated, you know? And now we're at Augustin, Quentin. Yeah. Look at that, fucking gas-powered Isuzu. Powered by a 350. It's so strange. It's strange to look at and hear at the same time. I keep thinking maybe if I just talk less, I try to remember the name of that restaurant that used to be there. I know it was started by a Polish. Oh fuck, it's driving me nuts. I'm gonna stop here a second and see if I can find it. You know, I remember mentioning to people a few times about how, like, the trouble with getting older is you forget a lot of stuff, and I wonder if that's also maybe because you're always learning new things, even the most mundane or even what seems to be insignificant things. And I can't remember the goddamn name of that place. Imagine that. I remember like the year that it opened. I remember the fucking some of the menu, and I remember it was started by I think Polishman or something. And it's bothered me. I couldn't even find it online. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I got tired of just looking. Can't fucking believe it. Oh, well, look at that. The leaves are starting to fall. Hey, boy, that's a sign of fall is upon us. Cooler temperatures. Cooler, but yes, more comfortable, though. Yeah. Typical French-Canadian architecture. So you see me, I'm like that. You know, like I know when I know something and I can't remember it, it fucking drives me nuts. See, like even right now, it's bothering me. Oh my God, what the hell is that? There's an old car there. It's a big old car. There's that Chrysler. There it is. Oh my God. Oh my God, I gotta go film it. All right, I'm satisfied. So, got that Chrysler 300 there, so to speak, under my belt. Good looking car. Nice looking classic. I'm gonna continue to walk here. Of course, here in Montreal, there's construction all over the place. Some places worse than others, of course. And if you live in the West Island, well, it's kind of non-significant. All right, there we go. Here's a Ford Crown Victoria I forgot about. Actually, I think this car might be owned by a friend of mine who is a classic car fanatic like myself. And he's had some and still has some. And I lost his number, though. What's with the shopping cart there? Yeah. Yeah, she's in driver condition. There's an old school looking bike. I don't know what year this thing is. 07, 06, 5, 4, 3, 8, whatever. Is that a train I hear? Oh, damn it, I hear a train coming up that line because we're coming up to CN line. Oh, I'm never gonna get that. That's way down there, man. Let's see if I can zoom in anyway. Shit. Drat. Oh no, it's not. I fucking missed it. It's a freight. Oh, with the scrap. Oh well, I can't get them all. Anyway, that's another reason why I came down here, you know. So now we're at Center Street. But you know, the city of Montreal, they've become so fucking stupid that they don't want to keep just the name, you know, Rue Mont-Royal. No, now it's called Du Mont-Royal. And Center Street is called Du Centre. So once again, the city is, you know, they're pissing our money away as usual, like it grows on trees. And now we're at the Metro Charlevoix station, with the sun not exactly on the angle I want. 2008, the last good year for Nova Bus in Montreal. Oh, I missed that freight. Oh, well, you can't get them all. What are you going to do, man, you know? Hey, look at this. There's a map just to show you where the fuck we are here. Okay? Let's see. We are right... hang on a second, guys. I'm blind. There, the arrow shows it all. So you see, you walked with me virtually from here. Rue Notre Dame, I think. Yeah, right there. And we've gone south. And now we're here at Charlevoix Metro Station, and we're going to walk all the way down to Wellington Street here. Yeah. Points of interest. More non-scrap. Must be from the La Salle garage. Not where I live. I got fucked over. All I got is scrap to take. That's why I walked to Metro Joliet today. Sometimes I like that. I walk to the Metro Joliet because I don't want to... oh my God. I had a friend of mine once. He had one of these exactly like that. He lent it to me for a while. I enjoyed it. It's actually what got me into vintage bicycles. And of course, years later would get me to buy one or two, I should say 3 vintage bicycles. I only own 2. The only things I have, I would never sell. The foliage and the beauty of it is upon us. Damn it, I gotta take a squirt now. Yeah, there's these new, I don't know if they're Bixie bikes, but you can rent them. I'd like to rent one of those e-scooters, but then I read that you gotta download this and that. I'm like, come on, fuck, you know. I'm not sure that was much of a freight. I think it was maybe just a locomotive or two, or just sort of pulling a couple of cars. It didn't seem like it was much of a freight at all. Chateauguay Street, yeah, just like the town, where sort of a friend of mine lives down there, Mr. Pierre Mayer, not Maillet. Gonna have to find a place to take a squirt though. This is gonna be something. Yes, sir. Not as many freight trains this time of day because the yards generally are busy putting them together. You know, they start probably real early in the morning. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 or something like that. And now we're at Grand Trunk. That's right, just like Grand Trunk Railroad. Because believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, it's called that because the tracks were right here. This is where the main line was, right in the fucking streets back in the day, going back like 100 years ago or more. Oh man, there is a freight there. Oh shit. How do you like that? Well, you can't get them all. Can't get them all. Look at this. Isn't that interesting how they did this? You know what I'm wondering, actually? I never thought of it before. Geez, you almost have to wonder, is this a design thing, or was there maybe a side or a spur track that came off the main line over there years ago? It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Yeah, see those cars in that freight train? Those are intermodal cars. Yeah, because those they all have. Whoa! Look at that beauty! Whoa! Damn! Oh, zoom in, zoom in! That's so cute with the doggy. The gold in there. Doesn't even matter what the hell I was saying at that point. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, he's pulling over. Ah. Yeah, that's the thing. They're called intermodal cars. Inter-modal because those cars, they go off a truck and they go on those trains. They go off the train, they go back on a truck, and they go on the ship. They come off the ship. Speaking of ships, I was watching an interesting documentary this morning about what the fuck is that truck there? I see my eyes are deceiving me again. I'm thinking I've seen something vintage, and it's not. But anyway, they were saying, as I had heard before from somebody else, about how cruise ships, like all these gigantic ships, you know, cargo ships and whatnot, they're just polluting monsters. They're equivalent of like 100,000 cars. That's just, you know, it's just crazy. And you know, the environmentalists are making a big deal about climate change and how we're in trouble and all that, and it's true. So if there's one thing maybe that should be gotten rid of, frankly, maybe it is the cargo ships. Maybe that's what should go first. Compared to, sorry. What should be done away with is the cruise ships, because it's just pollution for fun on an incredibly grand scale. When in fact, you know, the cargo ships are still necessary. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to make a fucking cargo ships, electric cargo ships? I mean, maybe that's what it's come to, eh? I don't know, man. I'll tell you something with the environment. I'm concerned, not as much as other people, because I think what's going on is irreparable. It's just irreversible. It's just, that's how it is, man. It's too late. That's the way I tell you. It's too fucking late. Enjoy yourselves. And maybe it's easy for me because I'm 43 and I'm not fucking 12, you know? But right now it is what it is, and I just think it's too late. What are we supposed to do? I've said it before and I'll say it again, okay? When it comes to trying to change anyway, the effects of climate change and global warming, we would have to cut everything industry that creates pollution by 50%. And people like Justin Trudeau or Donald Trump or whoever, you think they're gonna have that? Really? Here's that beautiful 68 Plymouth Belvedere that I like. Never see this car driven though. That's what's funny. It's always parked. There's a really cool looking Infiniti there. I think that's what it is. That's a friend of mine who works at this garage. There's that Fiero you might have seen in one of my videos. This I think this car is gonna die here. It doesn't really move, you know. Oh my God, there's that Mercedes I love. Wow, what a treat to see this here. I think this is the most aerodynamic thing I've ever seen. Look at this awesome camper here. Yeah, see, these guys, they like to work on old cars, like my friend who works at this garage, because a lot of garages don't want to work. I had a boss who had one of these exactly like that. Exactly. His name was Ralph White. And yes, I didn't forget the Stealth that's there. That old Stealth I felt too there, 1990 Stealth. Stealth! I don't know if I see my friend John. Actually, I think my friend John not even working anymore. I think he's going to be retired actually, because he had a work injury. I don't remember what it was exactly. It was not good though. Yeah. Well, we're getting closer to being finished here. It's a nice long walk there. For you guys who like to Listen to me talk, got a lot of oldies in the mix and everything. I mean, hey, there's an old fucking sign there, Knox Street, hey, like Buddy Knox. Wasn't that what his name was? Buddy Knox, the guy who did that song, come on, be my party girl. Come on, be my party girl. Never liked that song really though. It's a good song, I don't know, for me, you know, it's very hokey, just like a lot of 50s, 60s songs. And don't get me wrong, I like a lot of these hokey, cheesy 50s songs, but you know, some of them more than others. Wonder how much it costs if I can live in this place, eh? Yeah, girl passed by me, typical, didn't look at me, she's afraid of me because I look like a murderer. Yeah, look at this kid, fuck. Talk about ghetto, fucking skateboarding in the middle of the street with a cigarette dangling from his mouth. Yeah, we're definitely not in Westmount, that's for sure. Beaconsfield, Kirkland, St. Anne de Bellevue, etc., etc. I've seen a lot of old cars in this area over the years. It's what I like. I still see more old cars around here than I do where I live in Hochelaga. I wonder why that is even. Why is that? Ride, Sally, ride. Name that tune. Oh, we're slowly getting to Wellington there. I think what I'd like to do, I was thinking earlier, because I can't walk too much because I'm still recovering this stupid fucking heart thing. Virus, Jesus, I just remembered. I still can't remember the fucking name of that goddamn restaurant that closed. It was there for like decades and it was family owned, and I still can't remember what the hell it's called. I can't believe it. I'm gonna remember this like sometime when I stop filming, right? Jesus Christ, I feel stupid. There's Paul Patat. That's easy to remember, right? That's another really old place right there. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. You know why I can't remember the name of that restaurant? It's because I haven't thought of it enough, that's why. Simple as that. It's true. Look at this oldie, eh? You know, one day that could become a condo, you never know. These fucking developers, they don't give a shit. They'll fucking build anywhere as long as there's no fucking toxic waste in there. That guy, he's smiling because he knows what I'm talking about. They don't give a shit. It's all about money. That's all it is, fuck. You think they give a fuck about housing? Pfft. I don't fucking care if you see this and it pisses you off. I don't give a shit. The only thing I like about all the condos being built, the only thing, is all the variety of heavy equipment, specifically dump trucks I see being used. That's it. It still bothers me. I can't. Speaking of which, there's a cement truck coming right there. That means it's going to a construction zone somewhere. Look at this. Talk about night and day. There's an old Grumman UPS step van I like. And these things I fucking hate. I hate them. Hate them. They don't even sound good. And they sound good. Sound tough. You know? Look at this, never noticed this before. Dipanneur Richardson. Boy, you know a place is really old when the name is still English. Hey, man, wait a second. Oh my God, I asked this lady who had her baby, I asked her, I said, what was the name of the restaurant I closed on St. Patrick at Charlevoix? She says, oh, Magna. I said, yes, Magna. Christ, how come I couldn't remember that? I'm a moron. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Magna's. Wow, look at this Solara. It's an odd color even. Wouldn't be surprised if that was an American car. Good shape. Not an amazing car, but kind of different. I don't know, kind of a weird looking car. It's just one of those like, you like it or you don't, I guess. Fucking Mangas. Oh man, I remember eating there a couple of times, 2-3 times. You know? Would I live here? No. Even though there's trains out here. Even though there's a CN main line. Saint Henri, same thing. Saint Henri, it's the same thing. There's the CN main line. Would I live there? No. Just would be weary. Weary, it tells you. So we're coming up to the end here. Ironically, I filmed a video not a few weeks back here, actually starting right from here. And I filmed a walk here on Wellington Street. We're heading a walk. Look how beautiful that is. Wow, that's beautiful. Very charming. Anyway, I filmed a walk on Wellington heading east. Excuse me, in the dusk. So maybe if I'm lucky, I can jump on the bus there, the scrap or whatever, and you know, actually I think it's coming right there. Holy shit, the timing. Okay guys, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Wait a minute, where's the goddamn stop? There's no stop here. Oh, here it is. I think it's here. Okay guys, so there you go. That's it, that's all. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like what you see, you want to chip into the cause, eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. Send me anything you want there by donation, by PayPal or e-transfer. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Adios.